Okay, so Michael Lambert here, and I want to talk about what I believe in a religious, or I guess a religion aspect of things. And, well, despite I carry myself as an artist, my belief system actually comes from a scientific nature. And, well, here we go. Let's start with a little history lesson. I was raised as a Protestant, Presbyterian, a Christian. And, well, as I grew up, I've learned a lot of things. Well, although I'm, off the top of my head, I do got the dates wrong, the Bible and Christianity was not put together for about 100 years, 140 years after Christ. So, with that being said, it wasn't put together, and it's not even why Jesus was here. Even a rabbi himself said that Jesus did not come to start another religion, he came to fulfill prophecies. So, let's go from there. I've learned a lot since then. First of all, well, who the heck is Horus? He died and rose again in 3 days. He was born of the Virgin Mary, which is all based off the constellation Virgo. And we can go more in depth, but the similarities are pretty endless. And if you actually look at it, Christianity was plagiarized, and it was put into place for political power. Way back, of course, and that's where the Roman Catholic Church came from. So, basically, what I'm getting at is I do not believe in religion, but don't take that the wrong way, because I did not say that I do not believe in God. I just I don't believe in all the nonsense put here on Earth, because most of it is man-made. And, some of the things in the Bible never made any sense, and, well, I don't have a Bible for reference in front of me, but I'll leave some verses in the description below. So, back in the old days, and I guess it doesn't apply anymore because Jesus came and died for our sins, but if your daughter was raped, you owe the rapist your daughter. It makes no sense. And there's a lot of things like that. And, another one, a bunch of kids were making fun of a man because he was bald. The kids were being kids, they're acting like a good time, but that made God mad. So he sicked a bear to eat these poor kids. Just terrible. I mean, there is some powerful and motivating stories in the Bible, but to me, they are just stories, myths, and, well, as an artist, it's kind of funny, I don't believe in that stuff. So, what do I believe in? I studied a lot of things, and of course, well, we really don't know that much. We know, quote-unquote, 3% of everything, so we know nothing, really. But with what we do know, like Andromedon, how big the universe is, how it's expanding, and it might be contracting as well, and what we know down to the quantum level. So, on the quantum level, quantum physics, quantum mechanics, quantum computing, quantum computers, Google has one of those, we're going to have some breakthroughs. Basically, in the quantum world, simply put it, all possibilities are probable until observed. So, what that means is all the outcomes are going on right now until observed, and that collapses into our reality. If we take the split-slit experiment and bring that together with those theories, what do we have? The split-slit experiment shoots out a bunch of random laser dots on the wall, and if you look at it, it actually forms a pattern. There's a couple thick ones, and then there's some spaces between the thick areas to thinner areas. And how I view that that's the collapse of the universe and the observable universe. Okay? But there's multiple strings of this that seem to, like I said, it makes a pattern. You're going to have to look at a visual, and I guess I'll toss one up in this video, or at least in the description below, because this is more of a podcast. But, so, if you're looking at the split-slit experiment, there's multiple areas where all the lines, not the lines, but the laser dots, I can't think of the word, but they all come together, and, I can't think of a good word for it. Anyways, they come together in bunches, pretty much. Like, they bunch together here, they bunch together there, they bunch together there, and then they space out between each other, which, what does that mean? Is that where the dark matter is? Is it in between these? We're not sure, because we can't really observe dark matter. Okay. But, anyways, what I'm getting at is that makes me believe in the multiverse. If all of this is possible and it's going on until observed, and that's when it's observed, that's the universe collapsing on itself and what we know as reality. And to explain all those weird phenomena we see out there, sometimes it's like wormholes and time warps, and we're like not sure. Like some stories out there are pretty believable. It's like, hey, I just saw this. I'm gonna just pull something random. This isn't a true story, but it's like, hey, just saw that horse coach with JFK in it. It's really weird. It looked exactly like that photograph. Like a lot of weird stuff out there. My favorite one, though, is from South Africa when their president died, and everyone thought the president died, and they remember him dying, but what do you know, 20 years later, he's still there, and that actually never happened. But how come an entire society remembers that? And the Bernstein Bears, so on and so forth. So down to the molecular level, what it explains to me is, everything is going on right now. Everything. Every possibility is going on. And there might not be gravity, there might not be sound waves, there might not be something over there. Technically, everything is waves, and I do believe a bit in the string theory. Light waves, sound waves, X-rays, everything we know and see is just a vibration. So, consciousness, that's a little bit different, because it's not a tangible thing, unlike these other things. I mean, light, you can't exactly touch, but we know it's there. It's light waves. We've studied this. Okay. So, this is how I view life. We are all God. I'm not God, you're not God. I'm not saying we're above or below each other. I'm saying that tree over there is God, just the same as you're God, and I'm God. And what does that exactly mean? It means that God is all of us. It is the universe itself. We are stardust. We are all come from the same exact being, pretty much, from the very beginning. And as time goes on, humans won't exist anymore. Eventually, the universe will run out of energy and die once all those vibrations come to a complete halt. It's just a giant instrument. That's what the universe is, and it's God experiencing itself within itself. Over there, God wanted to be a pretty flower. Over there, God, for some reason, wanted to be Charles Manson. And over there, he wanted to be Donald Trump. And guess what? If you're listening to this, you're probably actually more decent than those people, and God wanted to be you listening to this today. And he wanted to listen to himself because it's coming out of me. And that is how I view the universe, a collective consciousness, and that pretty much is it. So, that's kind of a rundown. I got a lot more thoughts on this, so if you'd like a more deep version, more elaborate version, or go into depth about any of these, please let me know, and I'll be sure to do follow-up videos. Thank you guys. Michael Lambert here, and I hope you guys have a great night. Thank you. Oh yeah, and before I go, please do not forget to hit subscribe, hit the bell button so you know when I upload a new video, hit, let's see, I did say like, so did I say subscribe? Subscribe now. Anyways, guys, tell your friends, have a great day.